with my dance partner this time.
What is happening?
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
The movie starts with a scene on what I can only assume to be some kind of moon. Nay, secret moon.
Smoon.
I don't know about you, but I personally haven't been to any of the moons, but I'm pretty sure that there shouldn't be an overhead light that illuminates conveniently only the places where the mysterious folks are doing their dirty deeds. Anyways, a mysterious lady with the hammer of Ronan the Accuser and the teeth of Lil Jon finds one of the two bands, is clearly pissed, and the mystery intensifies. We then jump to New Jersey of all places,
America's stinky butt,
where a girl named Kamala, who is alarmingly obsessed with Captain Marvel and has a shrine dedicated to her, has the second wristband. Now, to be completely frank, I haven't seen the Miss Marvel TV series and I assume that they are somewhat connected and I might be missing some crucial details, but you surely can understand my reasoning for not seeing the series.
Don't call me Shirley.
A, I don't have 15,240 precious seconds of my life to waste that I won't ever get back. And 2, I'm not going to be part of the capitalist system of consumerism that produces way too much content.
Consumerism!
Anyways, there's something shady happening with the jump point system and Fury sends Captain Marvel to investigate. We also learned that there's some tension between John Rambo, aka Monica Rambeau, and El Capitan.
El Capitan.
Don't know why, don't care.
Look, I don't want to talk to her like this. Not after all this time.
Then, something, the three main characters simultaneously touch a thing they shouldn't have touched and start switching places with each other. Some fighting takes place and it seems that they didn't strain any brain cells on the helmets of the bad guys and just blatantly stole the ones from Judge Dredd. El Capitan learns that the Kree are going after the Skrull on the planet of Tarnax and goes there for a visit as well. It seems that in the span of 3 years, or the time it took to make a sequel to Captain Marvel, the Skrull's ears didn't stop growing and are now enormous. Huge. The Kree's new leader Dar-Benn, who looks like she's sitting on needles when talking, proposes the Skrulls a once-in-a-lifetime partnership opportunity. She takes their planet and sends them straight to hell.
I would hate for your people to suffocate when I strip the atmosphere.
Got yourself a deal, Mike.
El Capitan, meanwhile, has also joined the party and apparently has earned herself a new nickname.
The Annihilator!
There's also some jokes added to the film, like,
I touched it and then...
Why'd you do that?
Because it was glowing and mysterious.
Okay, new rule. No more touching shit, especially glowing, mysterious shit.
Okay,
and like,
it did this.
Scissors be paper.
Okay.
El Capitan learns how to control the place switching and starts kicking ass. The soundtrack for the fighting scene is also quite lit and the entire sequence is actually quite decent. I'll give them that. Once the fighting is over, we learn that the reason the three started switching places was due to the fact that they all have light-based powers. El Capitan can absorb light energy, John Rambo can see it, and the Kamala can turn light into a physical matter. We are then introduced to some poor CGI of flying. Here's Iron Man flying in 2008.
Hello.
And here is John Rambo and Kamala flying in 2023. I wonder what the budget of $200 million was spent on.
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
The three then end up on the spaceship of the weird-speaking Dar-Benn. The latter loses her shit and decides to destroy the Skrulls and their planet.
Once again, the Skrull have betrayed the Kree! And for that...
I fucked up.
Then again, we are blessed with some bad CGI.
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
And after the majority of the Skrulls are left to die on their planet, the trio leaves.
Because that's what heroes do.
Since El Capitan's plan to save the Skrulls failed spectacularly and their planet was destroyed because of her, Valkyrie offers the Skrulls a place to crash for a while. Worth noting is the fact that there were 19 Skrulls on the spaceship with the heroes, and there were 6 ships in total, meaning that they managed to save approximately 120 Skrulls.
Great success. Yeah!
We also learned that Dar-Benito's home planet Hala is out of time and they need to find the second armband, otherwise the planet is going to die. We then jump back to El Capitan's spaceship where John Rambo explains why she's been angry all these years with her. John Rambo wanted her to come home.
We needed you, Carol.
But instead El Capitan chose to be a hero and save people who needed help.
There was people that needed me.
What a selfish bitch. We also learned that the armband is actually called the Quantum Band.
Quantum band.
Because obviously, when you can't find a reasonable explanation to something, you use words like quantum or nano or climate change.
It'll start getting cooler.
According to Cree legends, the quantum bands were used to create every jump point in the universe, and that the teleportation network between the two bands connects the galaxy. The reason the trio started switching places is because Dar-Benito has only one band and the energy from Ronan the Accuser's hammer is overloading it. They then put the helmets to access and share their forgotten memories with each other, but I actually know another movie where similar helmets were used to share something else.
What do you say we just do it the old-fashioned way?
Ew, disgusting.
During the intimate moment of sharing feelings and memories, El Capitan and Kamala learn that John Rambo's mother died while she was blipped. They all get sad and then they hug. John Rambo then explains how the jump points work.
Every jump point has two sides, so if Tarnax's atmosphere was siphoned away, it had to go somewhere or... Hala.
They extracted oxygen from Tarnax and the next resource will be water from the planet Aladna, which is 99.63% water.
Water?
Trio then decides to practice their switching while rap music is playing on the background. Because rap music in the background makes everything better. Like the trailer for Gladiator 2, for example.
Hands on the mausoleum floor. Bloodstains the Colosseum doors.
This whole thing fucking sucks.
Yeah!
The trio arrives on Aladna and
El Capitan.
is somewhat of a celebrity on the planet and therefore has to wear some garbage on her head.
Garbage! Fucking garbage!
Not sure whether it's a disguise or a traditional hat, don't care, don't know. Up until now the movie has been okay-ish. Not great, not terrible, but since nowadays people like to watch things that are, how to say it nicely,
Disgusting!
they added this to the movie.
As if no time has passed, so excited that you're home.
Also, since the musical West Side Story was a huge box office success, director Nia Da Costa thought that having some musical elements in the movie would add some spice and will definitely not make it worse than it already is. Apparently Aladna is a planet of weirdos and the language is song and most people won't understand you unless you sing. Thank God I cannot sing. This has got to be one of the cringiest things on TV. Compared to this, these scenes from The Office are a delight.
Ooh, not such an ultimate fighter now, huh?
Hey, put me down. Put me down. Oh my God, hey, put me down.
So this musical shit goes on for a while and just when you think that it's over, they put in the second gear and drive you off a cliff.
How long do I have with my dance partner this time?
What is happening?
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Meanwhile, on the Fury space station, some pink balls are found and it seems that they are all over the station. The trio then suit up, and prepare to fight the Dar-Benito. Dar-Benito arrives and doesn't fuck around. She tries to kill without hesitation, but John Rambo interferes. She also runs real funny. The chroma key is shit as usual in the movie. John Rambo remembers who the fuck she is, no one, and decides to take on Dar-Benito mano a mano. Kamala is meanwhile using some magical scarf to fight the dreads. Don't know anything about the scarf, so don't ask, don't care. El Capitan and Kamala then switch places. Dar-Benito gets all excited about the band, they then switch places again. Dar-Benn absorbs El Capitan's power and
Kicked her in the pussy.
she then makes a super blast that flies across all the universes and opens up a portal from Aladna to Hala, and the water starts pouring.
Water?
So the preparation that the trio did to face Dar-Benito was quite literally useless. They accomplished nothing. The trio then decides to haul ass and just fucking leave, leaving the planet and all the people to wait for their inevitable death.
Because that's what heroes do.
Yeah!
After getting to safety, El Capitan becomes a real bummer
Kind of a vag.
and shares her emotional sob story. We also learn that she got her bitchin' nickname Annihilator after destroying the AI on the Kree planet, which messed up the planet's oxygen and everybody started fucking dying. El Capitan then realizes that Dar-Benn is targeting the planets of people she cares about, and the next one on the list is our planet Earth. Meanwhile, after Dar-Benn super blast, Fury's space station is slowly waiting for its inevitable doom. But the good news is that the balls they found are actually space cats' gooses' eggs, and a lot of kittens are about to be born, which is kinda cute. Since there was not enough safe pods to save all the crew members,
You only have one evacuation bay online.
just like on Titanic, Fury decides to feed the crew members to the space kittens and transport them in them instead. This scene is actually quite funny.
Begins tomorrow. Daylight. I must wait for the sunrise.
Finally, Dar-Benn has reached Earth and is aiming to steal our sun. Meanwhile, Fury, Kittens, and Kamala's parents have escaped the space station and are crashing towards Earth. Now, you can see that all the people inside the cockpit are not wearing any seatbelts. And here's what happens if you crash a car without a seatbelt at a speed of approximately 50 kilometers per hour. I've conducted some investigative scientific research.
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
And the spaceship plummeting uncontrollably towards Earth can reach speeds up to 3,000 kilometers per hour. So this is how they should have actually landed.
Yeah!
El Capitan faces Dar-Benn mano a mano.
The Annihilator herself.
But then
Surprise, motherfucker.
John Rambo sucker punches her in the back, and just like that it's 3 against 1. During the fighting, this scene is added for some reason. And in the next scene she gets what she fucking deserves.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Seems about right. After some real bad CGI, the trio kicks Dar-Benn's ass, and then we're gifted with some bad acting as well.
Death seems to flee.
Stay the out of movies. Who the hell told you you could act?
The trio then becomes lighthearted, and John Rambo proposes that El Capitan use her superpowers to save Hala, to which Dar-Benn agrees. But then
Surprise, motherfucker.
Dar-Benn tricks them and wants to smash Kamala's head like a bug with Ronan's hammer. Let's stop for a second to see who's to blame for that major fuck up.
You can use your powers to save Hala.
John Rambo again. Dar-Benn then steals the second band, and we are blessed with the bad CGI again. I'm not sure what Dar-Benn expected to happen, but I'm pretty sure she didn't expect this. After using the bands, she fucking dies. The blast tears a second hole in the ass of the universe. I mean a hole in the space-time, and the different reality is being mixed with theirs.
That is a different reality bleeding into ours.
That's actually something new. We've seen time travel, we've seen quantum realm, we've seen multiverse, but haven't seen two different universes mixing up. I'm actually curious to see what happens. Instantly, John Rambo knows how to fix the issue, which is really convenient and not at all lazy writing, because she's apparently solving similar inconveniences on a daily basis.
You and Carol can reproduce the same amount of energy that was used to open it. I will absorb it and then release it, but from inside the tear.
How convenient.
Enter Kamala. So let me get that straight. Dar-Benn, the general of the Kree race, died using the bands, but the teenage girl can handle the strength just fine. Again, I haven't watched the Miss Marvel series, so I may be missing something, but then again, it feels more like a lazy writing to me. After shooting John Rambo with their energy blast, she goes to close the glory hole.
Sushi, glory, hole.
Now, if you're listening carefully to Rambo's explanation on how to close the hole, you notice that she specifically pointed out that it would have to be done from the other side.
I will absorb it and then release it, but from inside the tear. Inside the tear.
Inside the tear.
But El Capitan is a bit slow.
Got a good
brain.
She's actually surprised to hear that and rushes to bring back John Rambo, but misses by a whisker.
By a whisker.
Kamala returns home alone, not actually crying, but her mother keeps asking why she's crying.
Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Why you cry?
And tells Furiosa that Rambo got stuck on the other side, and Del Capitan is fulfilling her promise to Dar-Benn. Movie ends with Kamala breaking into the apartment of another superhero whose series I haven't watched for countless reasons. In the post-credit scene, John Rambo wakes up in a bed, sees her mother, and then provides us with the following acting masterclass.
I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Same, but different. But still same.
There's also Beast from X-Men there, which is nice. And it seems that John Rambo ended up in the same universe Doctor Strange was visiting in the Multiverse of Madness. What's curious is the fact that it's not actually John Rambo's mother, and I assume that she's also some kind of a superhero based on her clothing. Then why the fuck would she sleep beside a person from another universe who might be dangerous, who might be an enemy, and she's just soundly sleeping beside her?
This whole thing fucking sucks.